Hello, I'm Melissa Regalado and I'll be talking about the Civil Rights Movement. Through the years, the United States has evolved culturally, socially, and politically. Before the Civil Rights Movement started, the U.S. was a very scattered and cruel country. And in order for a country to work and thrive at its fullest, you need a united country. There are many civil rights laws and acts, all dealing with ending discrimination towards race, color, sex, religion, and disabilities. These laws make up our community and bring us together. We are all human after all, and we all deserve to have equal opportunities. The Equal Pay Act of 1963 gives society the obligation to pay equal wages to men and women workers if the task they are doing has an equal amount of skill and effort needed to accomplish. This act makes it illegal for an employer to discriminate an employee when it comes to gender and pay. There were many protests leading up to this event. On June 10, 1963, JFK signed the Equal Pay Act and finally put an end to this ongoing problem. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 made it illegal for an employer to discriminate someone when hiring, firing, and/or promoting that person, if the reason is targeted to their race, color, gender, and/or national origin. Once again, the people were the ones who made it possible for this act to pass through protests. On July 2nd, President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 introduced the right to vote to everyone, no matter what race or color they were, and it banned the tests people of color needed to take in order to be eligible to vote. This right was fought by a lot of people through protests, and it was given to the people on August 6th of 1965 when President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act. The Education Amendments Act of 1972 gave students of both sexes the opportunity to attend any public school that is coeducational without having to be segregated and/or denied access when the reason of such act is the student's sex. This act also prohibited the denial of funds for sports and extracurricular activities if the reason of denial was because of a student's sex. People protested for this act to pass until President Richard Nixon signed the Educational Amendments Act on June 23, 1972. There are many more acts and laws that were passed due to the people protesting in the civil rights movement and demanding equal rights for all, no matter sex, color, race, nationality, religion, or disabilities. Without the brave people who stood for society, we would not be on the today we know now. This movement affected everyone in a political, social, and cultural way. Since it created laws and acts, it changed how society works as a whole, and it opened people's minds to culture and the respect it deserves.